everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. With the season winding down, thoughts are already beginning to turn to the playoffs. But you gotta play it out to the end. So these guys will need to keep the focus on this game and not start looking ahead to the postseason. It's the Dreadnoughts going up against the Broncos. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the Denver Broncos. They come up in an offset eye. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. A gain of 3, second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
A former first-round selection, Bradley Roby, is comfortable whether covering in the slot or outside the numbers.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Aldon Smith in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Now a man who punted for the Broncos for 6 years, Britton Colquitt, on to kick it away. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10, Broncos from deep in their own territory. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. On the left side, a catch by White. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be first down, Denver. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
2nd down following the run. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll go on the ground. And some room to maneuver. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go again with Rawls. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Curse. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. On 2nd down, Rawls. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. Now it's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
He hits White, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They'll come out in the pistol. They run the counter now on 1st down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They come out here in the eye. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And an alley to run. the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 39 yards. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here now the offense heading back out there.
Here we go. Gun! Watching that body.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you...
There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in for the touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Take 4.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And it's 3rd and short.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
First down, this is Rawls. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big... guys up front, they're a huge reason why, and now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. To throw, Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. To throw. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
It's complete to Chris Conley. They'll get 23 yards there, and that'll be good enough for the first.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Kelsey out in the slot right.
Watch it now, Marty. Here we go. 3-19. Gun.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aldon Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Only a couple there, and she'll be brought down about the 28.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run with Rawls. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Every game plan meeting I ever sat in as a player, 3 and out was emphasized like crazy because obviously I play defense, so get off the field, win 3rd down. They did, but let's be honest about it. They had some help on that one.
They had some help indeed on that drop. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting...
He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their dangerous wide receiver, 76 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. To throw again. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39, go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throw now on 1st down. The Conley's got it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
Seven yards to go on 2nd down. To throw again. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Blue 90, 56, Blue 90. Leopard.
A good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Another pistol look here.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green. Over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Jeremy Maclin. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go. Blue 90.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Rawls. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And tough starting field position here. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there on 3rd down for the Broncos. 54 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Mike 4.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hurry up, here we go.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. He'll look to throw. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And it's taken in at the 9. And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their dangerous wide receiver. An even 90 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go back to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go. Green, 39.
20th carry for Thomas Rawls. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. 3rd down and 8 now. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Broncos, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, despite the loss here, was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.